Impact Insurance. 26, Luke Douglas, sponsored by PPS Design and Build. Number 9, Mickey Hyatt, sponsored by JR's Taxis. Number 28, Mitch Clark. Number 11, Toby Adamson, sponsored by Pound Times. 41, Joe Batchelor, sponsored by Leisure Resorts. And 15, Joe Caton, sponsored by Blaze Restaurants Limited. The substitutions for Leigh today: 27, Ian Hunt, sponsored by Kate Lloyd Audio Visual Solutions. 22, Jordan Thompson, sponsored by Cal St. Day. Number 29, Jake Evans, sponsored by the Rugby League Fans Forum Players Sponsorship Group. And 13, Luke Allenson, sponsored by the Tommy Sale MBE Youth Development Programme. So, on to our visitors, the Widnes Vikings. Number 5, Jack Owens. Number 2, Ryan Ince. Number 4, Anthony Gelly. 24, Keenan Brand. 36, Patrick Avan. Number 6, Gary Craig. 21, Joe Williams. Number 8, James Appleham. 15, Jordan Johnston. 26, Dan Norman. 17, Sam Wilde. 12, Chris Dean. And number 19, Brad Walker. The substitutions for Widnes today: 18, Ted Chapelham. 16, Rafula. 11, Harris Nansen. And 1, Ollie Asher. The referee today is Ben Taylor. His substitutes are Mark Craig and Thomas Grant. The in-goal judges are Alan Smith and Alan Moore. Reserve referee is Greg Ward.
Good afternoon, welcome to another drizzly afternoon in Leigh for what promises to be an absolute cracker. Leigh Centurions versus Widnes Vikings for a place at Wembley. It's the second semi-final of the AB Sundex 1895 Cup, and we cannot wait to see whether it's Leigh or Widnes to meet Sheffield, who have beaten badly at Wembley Stadium on the last weekend of August. We're live on Our League and on Twitch this afternoon, live from the Leigh Sports Village. It's George Riley and Leon Price who is going to call this one. Leon, we're looking forward to this. The atmosphere feels like a semi-final, and two pretty well-matched teams too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, the atmosphere feels like a really, really tense semi-final that both sets of fans are fired up already. They've been in great voice for the last 30 minutes. So yeah, really, really looking forward to this game.
I'll run through the two teams in just a moment, but I've just spoken to the two head coaches, so let's hear from them. The Widnes Vikings head coach Kieran Purcell and the Leigh Centurions boss John Duffy. Kieran, in an up and down season, this is a big day for you.
Yeah, it's a massive day, not just for the players, for the fans and the club. You know, it has been very up and down this year. We've gone through some tough times, and you know, we've had some good performances, we've had some bad performances, and you know, today we're looking for a good performance, not just for ourselves but for the fans, and you know, for a way to say thank you to everyone. I've
just popped into the dressing room area and the tunnel area. I can see the players from both sides are all really up for this. There's a big carrot here.
Yeah, there is. It's a big game. You know, you don't need any more motivation than what's at stake, and that's, you know, you're 80 minutes away from Wembley. We're in a semi-final, and it's the first probably major game of the season. You know, we've got the playoffs coming up towards the end of it for the rest of the teams, but for us at the bottom and for Leigh, it's the first major competition that there's something really at stake to play for. So both teams will be up for it. It'll be a really good game. It's a fantastic stadium, and we're really looking forward to it.
And what kind of shape are you guys in?
Yeah, we're pretty good. You know, we were unfortunate yesterday. We lost Hep Cahill the last minute. He copped a bit of a whack in the last minute last week against Toronto and not been able to get over it. But we've got Anthony Gelling back in there as well. So we've got a few boys out, a couple back in. But you know, the 17 that'll take the field are all up, raring to go, and you know, ready for a big game against Leigh.
And a quick final word on Leigh, the opposition today. We understand it's going to be rammed here, so that's that's going to be quite something as well. But in terms of the players on the pitch, what kind of game are you expecting?
Yeah, it'll be tough, it'll be physical. You know, you look at the last time they played us, they came out of the block straight away, straight from the first carry. You know, they set the stall out. You know, they try and bully you a little bit and try and get over the top of you. We've got to front up. We've got to match that aggression, and we've got to stay in. And you know, we've got to start really well as well.
I'll let you get back in. Good luck.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
John, another sunny afternoon in Leigh. How are you feeling ahead of one of the biggest games of the season?
Yeah, good. The butterflies in the stomach, like all the players will have as well. So it'll be a great game today. Two great teams. We'll have to play the conditions as we've seen yesterday with the Challenge Cup games. So to make sure we manage the game well and kick chase well. So whoever wants it the most today.
Yeah, it is greasy underfoot. It's starting to rain slightly more heavily. Technically, what do you mean by play the conditions? What might you have to adapt?
Just your ball control, making sure you kick correctly and making sure your kick chase is there as well, and we manage the game well as well and make sure we're completing our sets, because the ball will get really greasy with the weather.
Much has been said about this competition, good and bad. The atmosphere's terrific. This feels like a proper cup semi.
Of course it does, yeah. Two massive clubs going head to head, so it does feel like it feels like a Challenge Cup game, doesn't it? You know, so hopefully it'll be a Leigh win and we can get to Wembley.
And have you talked about the prize, that potential trip to Wembley?
Yeah, of course we have, yeah. I'm sure both clubs have as well, you know. It's a very special day and something you'll never forget if you get there, so we'll be going all guns blazing today. I'm sure Widnes will as well.
Well, kick-off's fast approaching, so I'll let you get back inside. Thank you.
Thank you, cheers.
The two head coaches speaking to me just a few moments ago. And if you're watching our coverage on Twitch, you can get in touch, by the way. Rugby Lover 5632 has already saying, what a squad Leigh have. Well, we can show you the squad, not only the squads, but the teams, which look formidable today. Leigh line up with Greg McNally, Adam Higson, Ian Thornley, Junior Sow and Stephen Marsh. The halfbacks, the vice-captain Martin Ridyard and Ryan Briley. Then it's Luke Douglas, the captain Mickey Hyam, still going strong. Mitch Clark, Toby Adamson, Joe Batchelor and Joe Cater. On the bench, Liam Hood, Jordan Thompson, Jake Emmett and Luke Adamson. Widnes have Jack Owens at fullback, Ryan Ince, Anthony Gelling back in the side. What a boost that is for Kieran Purtle and co. Keenan Brand, who I've been impressed with so far, and Patrick Arvan. Then it's Danny Craven with Joe Lyons in the halves, Jay Chaplow, Jordan Johnston and Dan Norman, Sam Wilde, Chris Dean and Brad Walker completing the 13. And then it's Ted Chaplow, McGrath, Luluai, Harrison Hansen and Ollie Ashall-Boltzy. You'll notice there no Hep Cahill, who I'm told Leon failed a fitness test yesterday after a knock last week, which will be a setback for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I was speaking to Kieran Purtle before the game and he was saying failed a fitness test yesterday at captain's run, which is a massive blow for him. He's such a big player for them. He tidies up, he does all the hard work in the middle of the field, you know, all the work that goes unnoticed sometimes, so yeah, he'll be a real big miss for them.
Keep your comments coming in. Print name here, I beg your pardon, asks any truth that Craven is off to Leigh next year. I know there has been interest in Danny Craven. I understand actually at least one Super League club is monitoring him as well. So there are, looking at both sets of players, there is so much, Leon, so much Super League experience in both teams. Yeah, absolutely, and I'm really looking forward to it. The game should be really, really tight. Two very, very well matched teams, and you speak about some of the players that have played at Super League level, so you know them kind of players, your Gellings and your Junior Sows, them kind of players you're looking for that little bit of class from today, and hopefully they can make the difference. A few asking around about the crowd and the atmosphere. I can guarantee you the atmosphere is superb. The fans still coming in. The main stand where you'll see the players emerge from, only about half full at the moment, but really impressive to our right and to our left behind the posts. Leigh over to the right hand side have packed that out, and a really good following from Widnes as well. A reminder, this is the second of the 1895 Cup semi-finals. The first went the way of Sheffield, who beat Batley 18-2. So Sheffield are in the final. They're at Wembley. It's on the same day as the Challenge Cup final. And that is the final weekend in August, bank holiday weekend, 24th, I believe, this year. And it's Widnes and Leigh for the right to go there and complete the final matchup. The two sets of players, the two mascots I can see down the tunnel just about ready to go. How key is the start here, Leon, for both sides?
Yeah, it's key. I think the big key to and the big difference is for the start of this game is the conditions. If both teams go out there and try to play open branded rugby, there could be quite a lot of errors. As you saw yesterday in the semi-final at Bolton Reebok Stadium, the conditions, Warrington played the conditions better in the first half, and the second half they played the kicks into the corner, tackle down, and just complete your sets. I think that's the most important thing, is just to try and complete your sets early doors.
Yeah, speaking to the two coaches, they say it's going to be vital to adapt to the weather, the conditions. I've been out on the pitch where we conducted the pre-match interviews. It is very slippy, very greasy. Good for the halfbacks like yourself, Leon, for the little grubber kicks through and the skipping along the ground. Handling's going to be an issue, though.
Yeah, I think for me, when I play these kind of games, you kind of pull it back. You just go real back to basics. Lots of drop-offs on the inside. Try and make people overchase. Just turn them back, change of angles. Kick early in the tackle count. Little grubbers through. Put the ball in the corner. Just play that real grind kind of NRL-esque rugby league. That kind of old-fashioned kind of rugby kind of gets you through these conditions half the time. There's
a real expectancy inside the Leigh Sports Village today. The carrot could not be bigger. It's a new competition, yes. It has had good publicity and a bit of bad from coaches who think the workload perhaps is well, you can answer on that. You're in that position where it adds games in.
Yeah, for us as a club, when I was up in Workington, it was probably a little bit unmanageable with the kind of midweek games and the squad being so depleted. I mean, we couldn't even get 9 or 10 players to training sometimes.
But you listen to the atmosphere and you get here, and this is what it's all about. Here come the teams. Leigh led out by Mickey Hyam as Christine leads out the Widnes Vikings in the black and white. I was in the tunnel actually for the toss. I can tell you Mickey Hyam won the toss for the Leigh Centurions, so they are going to play their favoured way from left to right as we look. Widnes will therefore kick off, and the referee is a Super League official today. It's Mr. Ben Thaler. His touch judges Mark Craven and Tom Grant, Alan Smith and Aaron Moore are the in-goal judges, and we're just about ready to go live exclusively from the RFL on Our League and streaming via Twitch today. If you're watching on that platform, of course, you can engage in dialogue, as you know, and we'll do our best to read your comments and get back to you as well. If you just glance over to the left, a couple of flares have been let off, and one of them, Leon, has reached the pitch.
Yeah, it's quite dangerous, really, quite silly from some silly idiot in the Widnes crowd who's thrown a flare onto the pitch. It's quite dangerous. I know they've had a problem with it in the past, so at other clubs, so it's pretty silly.
Well, it's stopped smoking. The grey and, well, the black and white, I suppose, from the Widnes fans, smoke is gone, but the firework itself is still on the pitch. I don't know if the in-goal judge has seen that, because he could do with moving that before play gets underway.
Ben Thaler's seen it.
Well, Ben Thaler, yes, he has. He spotted it, and he's telling. Well, no, yes, he is. He's finally seen it, the in-goal judge, and he's like, "Who, me? You want me to move that?"
Scared of it.
He's looking round to a steward to ask him to move it. I don't think he wants to put his hand on it himself. The in-goal judge here.
He looks a bit frightened. He's kicking it.
He's using the trusty left boot. And we're good. We're off. The pitch is clear. Bit of a stumble, but we're ready to go.
Yeah, we've got short kick-off.
Short kick-off from Danny Craven. We saw that, didn't we, from Halifax yesterday?
Great kick-off.
And it's a great kick-off. It's a knock-on.
Someone just touched it.
Well, we saw Halifax playing like that against St Helens. Of course, they had no reason not just to go for it yesterday, and I think they earned themselves a lot of new fans, Halifax. But that was an inventive start.
Great start, yeah. I really like that kick-off because it went high, travelled 30 metres, and just, unluckily for Widnes, just got the fingertips to it and knocked it on just. Well, great kick-off, great start.
So it'll be Leigh, the home side. Junior Sow with his first drive. So much power, upper body and lower body strength. And Mickey Hyam says get off and waits for the play of the ball. Second semi-final of the 1895 Cup. Leon Price alongside George Riley. And we've been looking forward to this one all week as Hyam orchestrates things once again, opts to go himself, had the option of the pass left and the pass right. You can still smell the smoke from that smoke bomb, can you?
It's got a bit smoggy as well, hasn't it? Let's let the fogs come down. Mitch Clark, big carry.
It's a big carry up towards halfway from the big fella. 4 Widnes Vikings complete the tackle. Anthony Gelling getting involved. Good to see him back. A lot of talk about where he's going to be playing next season as well. Little Dink through.
Great kick from Ridyard.
On the last from Martin Ridyard, and it pops up, and he's going to have to deal with that. And the chase is good as well.
Kick.
The kick only as good as its chase. It was a good kick. It was a great chase, Leo.
Fantastic kick and a fantastic chase. Here we go now. Lee'll put him in the corner and try and keep him down to restrict the yards.
Great pace, great intensity early on. Looking for a tackle, for a penalty, I beg your pardon. The Widnes Vikings.
Leigh, look up for this.
Real hunger in the tackles from the red and white hoops of Leigh Centurions. And look where they are still, Widnes. That was a big shot as well. They wanted a swinging arm, the Widnes fans, and now it's on!
They're into it.
It's all kicking off early. The referee, Ben Thaler, touched Mark Craven very quickly and expertly on as well. He's got his eye on it. The big fella Patrick Arvan involved, as he always tends to be.
Bring back the biff. This is what we like to see.
Well, it's back. It certainly is back. And now the referee, Mr. Thaler, has some decision making to do. Mickey Heim says, look, it was him who started it. Well, you can have a look yourself. It was the left swinging arm that got the fans. Here we go, there.
Oh, right in his mush. Caught him nicely in his cheek. He didn't like it. The little halfback kicked off after Mitch Clark retaliates. And they're all into it. Oh, he's got 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Mitch Clark.
That's for Mitch Clark. That was the infringement. That was the swinging arm. So 10 minutes for Mitch Clark. As he walks off wearing 28. Is there going to be any further? Yes, someone else is gone. It's 10 minutes. Is that Luke Douglas who was that who got? Was that Dan Norman?
Jordan Johnson.
Jordan Johnson's gone. Well spotted. So Jordan Johnston has gone for 10.
Good start from Leigh though. The line speed was intense. It was moving up to probably 7-8 metres and giving Widnes no time at all. Just a little bit of a silly swinging arm from Mitch Clark. But the biff is back. Both teams will be fired up now. Both down to 12 men. So let's see what we've got here now. See what Widnes can come up with first set after a bit of a ding-dong. So let's see.
Well, we said it was an intense start from both sides. It's boiled over. It was well handled by the officials, right in there straight away. You don't mind a little bit of that to get to set the game up nicely. Obviously you play within the rules, of course, but that really gets everyone, players and fans alike, involved.
Absolutely, and really, really well dealt with by Ben Thaler. He just said, go and have 10 minutes rest, think about it and come back on later.
Yeah, really good officiating from, well, one of the top referees in the game at the moment. Here come the Widnes Vikings, wearing all black with the white trim, black socks, white shorts, playing from left to right as Craven has his hand on the ball. That was an ill-advised pass and it's been knocked on.
And that's the problem when it's wet.
That was a poor pass, that.
It's a poor pass. He took the ball far too close to the line. In these kind of conditions, you want to just pass a little bit earlier, just so the players can catch the ball, because it's slippy, it's greasy. Just pass the ball a little bit before you get to the line. He took that ball right into the teeth of the line and passed a pretty much impossible pass. And unfortunately, they turn over the possession.
So a little lull after an explosive start that has seen both teams reduced to 12 men. 4.5 minutes into this contest, nothing on the board. Leigh have possession on halfway. Tackle complete. The penalty request has always come in, but Ben Thaler waves them away. Mickey Hyam says, get out of the way, this is mine. Glances to his right, plays to his left. They'll take the tackle. Just down this left-hand side, Toby Adamson plays the ball back in field from Ian Thornley. Bags of Super League experience with Wigan, of course. They could set something up here. Decent look at turning them around in the last 20 as Hyam gets things going once again.
Great carry from Douglas.
Luke Douglas down the middle. Last tackle, so which way will Hyam go? Well, he won't have to make a decision. It's a penalty on the last.
It's a coach killer.
It is. You took the words out of my mouth, Leon. As a coach yourself, if you had any hair, you'd be tearing it out.
Yeah, it's just this really, really needless penalty. Fifth and last tackle, they've done all the hard work and just left his hand in too long. Silly play. But it was a great carry from Douglas, you know, in the carry before. Finds his front, plays the ball quickly, and he just marched them forward. Nice and simple rugby, and they'll take the 2-1 off him.
Yes, after the kind of start we've had, just settle it down, settle everyone down, make sure everyone has regained the composure, and more importantly, tag 2 on the scoreboard. And give Leigh Centurions first blood. It'll be Briley right in front of the post, just taking it back. Well, where are we? 22 away, where the infringement was committed. So Briley, after that relatively unhappy spell at Toronto, here he is with a chance to reach Wembley. He strikes, beautifully struck,
I think
and through the middle.
I think the being down to 12 men will probably affect Widnes more. They've lost the hooker, so which means maybe one of the halfbacks or the fullback will have to go into dummy half to pass the ball, and then sometimes you lose that extra man out the back. So losing a hooker is a lot more difficult than it is losing a prop forward, I reckon, for this next 10 minutes.
It's a good shout. The insight from the former Great Britain standoff Leon Price. First time I've worked with you, Leon, which is a pleasure.
It's the first time that you've been friends with me, I think. You just told me.
I was going to say, when I used to watch you play for Bradford, I absolutely hated you.
That's all right, my wife still hates me. Just as much.
But I look back on that as respect, because if you were rubbish, I wouldn't have hated you.
There we go, penalty.
Penalty and a piggyback up the pitch, and a bit of talking back, I think, as well.
Thaler's got this under control.
Yes, he has. You don't mess about under Ben Thaler. I don't know why they're trying. He's put his stamp on this match straight away, and piggyback up the pitch. Ridyard will drill high into the stand opposite.
I believe he's the key to this league team, is Ridyard. Everything goes through him. He's an experienced player, lovely, nice ethic about him, how he plays with the ball, really good kicking game, good game management. So yeah, I really like watching him play.
Mickey Hyam again barking at the referee as Leigh drive up towards halfway. It's Greg McNally taking that one. There's the glance to the left, which normally means he goes right, and he does. Mickey Hyam, heartbreak, looked to get the offload, but Junior South said just take the tackle, and they'll come back in field and set up once more. Cater plays the ball high and picks up one-handed, and the offload. And they made decent inroads here, Leigh. They're going to set up for the last on the 20. So what will Hyam do here? He's going to come back to Ridyard, and they're going to run it. They're going to run it, the Leigh Centurions. Junior Sow out wide into touch. For half a moment, looked like they had a chance there, but the defence was excellent. Yeah,
just they decided to run it on the last tackle. Briley, I think it overcalled it on the right-hand side. I was hoping they just put a little grubber in through behind the line, but instead, Ridyard, like I say, goes wide. Briley sees Sow wide, and they just, in the end, just run out of numbers, run out of space. Good tackle from Arvan. Not much space out there.
It was the space, really, that they ran out of there.
They've started the game in the right fashion by kicking the ball into the corners. Don't get bored of it. Keep doing it. If it's working, keep doing it. Don't try and change it around.
Patrick Arvan with hands and arms all around his body, neck. Gets up and asks for the ball back. Craven. Missing Cahill today, but with Anthony Gelling back on this right-hand touchline. And that's the way they're coming now.
Good carry, Christine.
Christine's had a really impressive season again.
Good player. I played with him at Saints when he was a young boy coming through. Good player, good bloke. Short side.
And the captain now. Here is the aforementioned Gelling. Such an elusive runner. Couldn't get the ball away, but it's a quick play of the ball. Back in field. It's going to be a high-hanging left footer from Joe Lyons. No real pressure on the kick, though. He's able to take it relatively comfortably running backwards. But the chase is decent, and they'll have to start 8 metres from their own line. You do wonder how long they can keep up this intensity.
It's a good start from both teams. They just need to keep playing the conditions well. Keep the ball short, keep the ball tight up the middle of the field and kick early.
Both teams down to 12 with Mitch Clark and Jordan Johnston in the sin bin.
Here we go, early kick from Ridyard.
It is, and he looks to turn it around. He can't take it on the full, and it skips away. Is it going to sit up in goal? That's an absolute belter of a kick.
To perfection.
Could not have judged that any better. Got the bounce too, and it's a good chase from Leigh.
He should have caught that really. Jack Owen is a full back, never let it bounce.
Well, I think initially on his read he thought he had it.
Yeah, he was probably just a little bit too shallow. You,
of course, have had stints playing fullback, haven't you, at various clubs?
Yeah, a few times.
I sense for your tone, wasn't your preferred position.
No, I didn't mind it. It was just always it's difficult when you put in. Oh, and I've got a nice early kick from Craven again.
Oh, he's drilled that fast with his left boot.
Beauty.
And that's sat up.
That's going to stay in field as well.
And a little
play on. Let's have a look at the chase from Widnes.
Well, they've both gone with the early kick and a good chase too.
It's good to see them play the conditions, get in the grind.
He gave that a real hammer, didn't he, with a left foot. Both sides in 90 seconds will be back to 13 apiece. That's when the sin bin clock runs down, and here comes Junior Sao, says I'll have a run. And he does have a run.
Great carry, great carry, great foot contact. Leg drive after contact, fantastic.
Yeah, really powerful, and the quick play of the ball as well.
Stefan Marsh.
And last tackle, so Hyam will say, you can put a kick in here, Ryan. Well, he wasn't looking at that, so it's still the last. Came off his heel, he was facing away, so that's really unlucky actually, because it's lost Leigh about 10 yards or so. You can see where Widnes will start from. Over on that far side, the two players, Sin bin players, waiting to come back on. They'll be back on in 30 seconds time.
Good carry from Gelling.
Meantime, Anthony Gelling breaches halfway, and they'll run it to the left side with Gelling out of his position on the right. They made good meters here. As Gelling slots back into position on this near side. Craven.
Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, he's put a reef.
Yeah, he's rolled a reef. The ball's thrown away in anger as well from Joe Cater. So a chance to make it two apiece.
The big fella is Dan Norman. I bet he must be about 6'5" and 115 kilos. He's a big boy.
Yeah, if he's running at you, you try and get out of the way. Let someone else take the tackle.
I'd let him through.
I think they're going to go two here. The call for the kicking tee. Right in front of the post. 30 metres out. So we'll be back to 13 aside. And as you were on the scoreboard, after 13 and a half minutes of the second 1895 Cup semi-final, Sheffield having beaten Batley in the first to book their place at Wembley at the end of August.
Starting to lash it down a little bit more here as well.
Floodlights shining bright. It's a grey, miserable day. That heat wave of a few days ago seems like years ago now. So here comes the Widnes kick. He likes that.
He's a good kicker, Jack Owen. Good kicker.
It's through and true. Nailed it to Jack Owen, and we're back two apiece with the rain tumbling down over Leigh Sports Village. Beautifully set up, Leon Price.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a silly strip there from Mickey Hyam, I think it was. Didn't like the afters from Dan Norman and stood up to him, even though he was towering over the top of him. Thought we might get a bit of a dust in there. Really gets us underway.
Yep, a high hanger this time. Into the far corner. Well, we talked about the conditions, and the rain is really increasing in its velocity. The amount of handling errors has actually been pretty decent.
Yeah, it's a good start. They're both playing the conditions well, trying to get to the kick.
And that's what the coaches were demanding of their players pre-match. Up the middle, Widnes go. Thought of an offload, but nothing doing this time. Brad Walker just takes the tackle, and they set up again, and a half break down the left-hand channel from Danny Craven. Approaching the Leigh 40. They'll just set up again, and the offload from Chaplow. Well, he needs a bounce. He's got the bounce, and they've got the break. Have they got the numbers back inside? Great scrambling defence.
Tackle from Toby
Had to be, but there will be gaps. It's the last tackle. Can they get the ball away and find the spaces on this right-hand touchline? Gelling is screaming for it. They've gone past Gelling, and they'll score in the corner.
Oh, he's put him in touch. He's pulled the flag, he's in touch.
Oh, it's a brilliant piece of defending. It looked for all the money as if Ryan Ince had scored, and that is wonderful. Desperation defence by Leigh.
Wow, what a tackle.
How on earth did he not score there?
I think the problem is he tried to tuck the ball.
Did he go down too early perhaps? Did he go too early of the line?
First of all, it's a great ball from, what is it, Walker? gets the ball wide,
bypasses Gelling.
and instead of putting the ball out in front,
how's he not scored?
He's just got to put the ball out in front with his hand. He's got the ball tucked in his shoulder rather than putting it out.
I cannot believe he hasn't scored there.
No.
Wow. How big a moment could that prove
It's a big one.
in an hour's time?
Just put the ball in front and advance the ball rather than tucking it under your shoulder.
Well, that was a try. That was.
But it's easy up from here, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, I wouldn't have scored. But rugby's never been my forte. Wow. Big moment and a penalty.
Just getting a little bit niggly around the ruck, and you're leaving him there with no choice but to give him a penalty. No choice at all. So, once again, Leigh have an easy way out of yardage, out of their own half, with a penalty.
Well, they've got away with one. Yeah, it was good scrambling defence, but I think you've got to blame the winger there. If you're a winger, you take the pass like that.
You get paid to score them tries.
Exactly right. As a man who's also played on the wing. Right.
Yeah, I didn't mind it on the wing. All right.
Did you play internationally on the wing, didn't you? Yeah. I remember that. Junior Sow, Mickey Hyam. Leigh get us back underway. It's a miserable afternoon in Leigh, but the intensity is good from both sides. Change of direction from Hyam and a quick skip from Briley. Saw a half gap and engaged the dazzling toes. Ridyard.
Mitch Clark.
Yeah, back on.
Lovely change of angles there. That's what you want to do in these conditions. Keep changing angles.
This is a good opportunity all of a sudden for the Leigh Centurions. And they run, they've knocked on. Well, we mentioned the conditions, we mentioned how few errors had been, but there is one.
I like the look of Joe Cater. He carries the ball hard, strong, so just a little bit of a bit losing the ball on contact there, which can happen in these conditions. So, Gelling's done him.
Now then, an opportunity for the man who saw the try line escape him there. Great scrambling defence again.
It was Thornley
with a penalty.
It was Thornley coming in, looking. He tried to shoot in and look like a big shot. Gelling got too clever for him, just dodged him on the outside. Look, does him on the out ball, puts his winger away.
Super League class from Anthony Gelling.
Silly from Thornley.
He showed good toes as well. There, the winger.
Thornley makes up for his mistake and gets back and chases. Well done.
It's a really good contest, this, 2 points apiece.
Love a little bit of class by Gelling.
Yeah, really, really impressive. Craven up the middle they go. The Widnes Vikings. Chaplow still takes 3 men and he's not grounded. Eventually he is. Jordan Johnston as Widnes move it down this right hand side. Gelling hovering dangerously on the shoulder of Christine, but they'll go left. Straighten up and just drive at those posts. Couple of big shots. They're going to go left again here. And they're going to shuffle it wide and join into the line. No room for the offload though. So far so good defensively from Leigh. They're yelling for it now down this right hand side, and they're going to switch play. The ball bounces. It's been doubled up, but he can't get away. Well, this is starting to feel like a final, let alone a semi.
Nice from Douglas again, keeps finding his front, gives you a quick play of the ball. It's Cater, he's got through a ton of work this first 15-20 minutes. Ton of work.
Yeah, strong start to the game as McNally gets himself into the line. That's another really strong drive. Goes down on his back. Last tackle. Hyam asking for the penalty that he won't receive. Briley's going to drill low into touch this time and just allow his side a breather. What he says. Remember, we're streaming live on our league from the Rugby Football League and on Twitch this afternoon, so you can get in touch on that platform, as Muadabi has done, for a shout out for Ellie Pugh at Alder Hey Children's Hospital, who has missed the entire season being in hospital but is rooting for the lads from the ward. Come on, Leathers, the hashtag. Get well soon, Ellie at Alder Hey Children's Hospital, and to all the staff there as well who do such terrific work at Alder Hey Children's Hospital. Please continue doing that, and well done for what you do. We are enjoying our rugby league here. An awful afternoon in Leigh. Gelling getting himself involved. You can tell he's been out. He wants the ball every single time. There he is again. He wanted to play it from dummy half this time. He goes to first receiver. And they'll switch. Oh, Junior Sao went in for the big shot. He saw it coming and spun out of it. Another big drive up the middle. Thought about the offload. Ended up taking the tackle, Chaplow. And now a dart from Johnson. And they play the ball. They're going to kick.
Good kick pressure.
Yeah, good kick pressure and a drill kick low along the floor. And here come Leigh. Penalty.
And they're going to get out of their own half again. Every single time they've been in yardage, Widnes have given a penalty away. And Leigh are not having to work to get out of their own half. They've just been gifted field position, which could come back to bite them a little bit later on because it causes fatigue. They need to help up the discipline in their own half. Up the discipline Widnes in Leigh's half.
That's the voice of the former Great Britain international Leon Price with us on Our League this afternoon.
Good carry, Douglas again.
Over halfway with a full set to go at here, the home side.
Oh, good carry, Mitch Clark.
It's another great gain from Leigh. They switch back to the right hand side and again just go right at it, the Centurions. Liam Hood waits. The former Rhino, Douglas. Back to Ridyard, nice step. Can Thornley get himself out? It's a great set this from the Centurions. Ridyard's waiting on this near left hand side. No, they spin back and go right down the middle in fact.
He's been strong, Douglas, so far.
Almost at the line, Luke Douglas, but not quite. Hood to Briley, puts a kick over the top. Does Briley too far over the top and into touch? Couldn't quite get there. Adam Higson.
You saw the video. I think Arvan had just come in a couple of metres off his touchline. Briley had a quick look, dinked it over, but just a little bit too long. Probably the wrong kick in these conditions anyway. Just try and get it in goal, roll it in goal if you can.
Yeah, just turn him around and play it again. So Widnes have possession back. And it's the winger who thought he'd scored who takes the drive. Well, we all thought he'd scored.
That's the area that Widnes want to concentrate on. He's over there. Briley's defending at 3 in, which means he's close to the action. Keep spotting him up because he's only about 80 kilos. He's only light, and you'll get a lot of joy down there. Shooting up to try and cut off with the Widnes attackers, but I think we'll get some joy down there.
Oh, the ball's been knocked on. It's been knocked forward, and real anger there.
Oh, he's giving a penalty. Body sent.
Yeah, Jack Owens it was, wasn't it? And the captain, Christine, is called, and he'll get the verbals from the referee Ben Thaler saying you've got to tell your boys not to do that because every time we'll give a penalty against you.
Yeah, I just think Widnes' discipline is really letting them down at the moment. They're leaving the referee with no choice but to penalise them. So if they clean that up, they'll go a long way to getting back in this game. It's just the discipline.
And you saw Christine there pass on the message and do the sign as if zip your mouth. We've got a big battle on here. We don't want to be making it any worse for us.
Batchelor with a carry. He's a big boy on loan from St Helens. Oh, he's dropped it.
Oh dear. I was just about to say what an opportunity this is.
He's dropped it cold. Widnes are fired up for this.
Well, that was a strange one. No real pressure.
Oh, I think he's just come off his arm. It's the conditions, obviously. We've got a lot to do with it, but you'd hope he'd play them balls 9 times out of 10.
So scrum down, 26 minutes into this contest, still waiting for the first try. As Patrick Arvan drives.
They're all offside, Leigh, all offside. It's a real big 10 metres from Thaler.
Here goes Gelling. Johnston inside. Oh, he's well wrapped up. Oh, and he's away!
He's still going.
No, is there any support? He's going to kick early and it's well read, but it's still bounced away. Can they get the kick in the second time into the corner? No!
Why did he do that?
Oh.
It's back to 1. It's back to 1. He's trying to put it in the corner again.
Well, there was a try there, but you're right. Percentage-wise, Leon, that's not the play, is it?
Not really. No, not when you've got another set of 6. Just get hold of the ball and take another set of tackles. Good shot.
It was Brad Walker who made the drive. They got a couple of ricochets. I think it came off the boot, didn't it, of Greg McNally. Leigh get away with it. Sheffield waiting at Wembley. They beat Batley in semi-final 1 of this 1895 Cup. Joe Cater with a big drive. Riley steps off the right and then back off the left. Last tackle though, well read by Widnes. Are they going to run on the last? It's a scamper from Hood. And tries to get the kick away, does get the kick away. It's a decent looking kick. No, he won't have to deal with it. Oh, that was touch and go. Fine margins.
Good carry from Gelling. Looking for work. The 7-set tackle here, and it's a penalty. Great reward for a strong carry there from Gelling. See what Craven's got here. So Widnes will get probably the first real opportunity in good ball to have a good ball set. See what they've got.
Yeah, the opportunities have been few and far between. Try scoring wise, we just had that glaring missed opportunity for the Widnes Vikings down this near right hand touchline. If you have just joined us, we'll run you through at half time the story of the half. You'll be able to catch up then. Little stutter and then the offload. Dean with the step. Jordan Johnston waits. Right at the post they go through Harrison Hansen. Good opportunity for the Vikings. Great scrambling defence from the home side. Craven dabs a delicate kick into the in-goal area.
Great kick. Oh, whoa.
Hello. And it's off again.
Lula White. He might be in trouble here.
McGrath, Lulawai with a little bit of naughtiness here at Leigh. And the crowd want him off. It's another big decision for the man for the big occasion, Ben Thaler. They're all involved for the second time. We've already had a sin binning apiece. Is this going to get even worse? Ben Thaler's seen it and he is going to make his decision here. We'll show you what happened in just a moment, but let's see what is he going to do here. Now Patrick Arvan wants a piece of it. He's getting involved with Adamson. Get away, says the official. It's decision time for Ben Thaler.
I'm not sure what happened.
Well, we'll have another look at it in just a moment, but the crowd were incensed, the players were incensed.
We saw the ball come loose.
He's taken out his earpiece, he said time off. He's going to have a conference here with his assistants. It's a lengthy conversation. Well, I think whatever decision he wants to make, he's going to make here, Ben Thaler. And he's going to call out the perpetrator. And how serious an infringement was this? Well, it's the captain.
Captains.
So perhaps no further action is going to be taken here. Oh no, there is going to be further action. It's Patrick Arvan.
Cater.
And Joe Cater. Cater saying, yep, whatever you say, referee. I think he's just telling him no more of that. There's not going to be any further action here. Pat on the back from Patrick Arvan. Captains disperse. The Leigh fans are absolutely furious. And let's have a look why. It was Johnson with the play of the ball. Craven dabbed the left footer in.
Oh, it was something and nothing.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be worse than that, I'll have to be honest.
No, it was nothing.
He goes through and kind of misses him and gets him a little bit. But the way the fans reacted, I thought that was going to be an elbow.
It looked worse than what it really was, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the referee's got that spot on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well refereed. It really wasn't that bad. Good carry again from Cater. He's been fantastic.
Well, he's been fired up and he's won his side a penalty. A little bit of afters as well. Oh, he's falling over. And another 10. Now it's the captain Christine in the face of Ben Thaler.
He's gonna lose control this soon, you know.
Wow, this is a game and a half, this. Well, Ben Thaler from the first moment has made it very clear, I will march you 10 if you step out of line, and they're still doing it.
He's done it 3 or 4 times, hasn't he? He's marched them 10 about 4 times in this game so far.
And that allows Briley to hoof into touch. I know you commentated on the Friday night Army Girls game, Leon. They're watching, asking for a little shout out from you.
Big shout out to the Army Girls. They played fantastic. Congratulations in that game against York ladies. They were fantastic. Great game of rugby. I really enjoyed it. Well done.
Can Leigh find a breakthrough here on Our League and streaming via Twitch this afternoon? Leon Price and George Riley enjoying a real blockbuster, 2 apiece. And
Great
Riley
ball.
into the line.
Jordan Thompson.
Almost through. Almost.
My mate Jordan Thompson there nearly got through.
He's lost the ball. It's a knock on. And this time it's Widnes who high five in front of their fans.
The fans are going crazy. The atmosphere is fantastic here today. Great ball, great short lead, good tackle from Craven, and he just doesn't manage to hold on to it. Was it a knock on, you reckon?
Hard to say from the camera position we have.
Good tackle though from Craven.
Paddy via Twitch is asking whether the commentators in future could be less biased. Well, I can tell you that you've got 1 Leeds and 1 Bradford. Neither of us could give a damn who wins this match. Every fan, as long as I've commentated, thinks that you're biased either for one team or against another. I can guarantee you it's not true. But we do appreciate your feedback and I hope you're enjoying the contest. The look in Leon Price's face there. Harrison Hansen into the line. I'm loving this game. It's a shame that's to be a loser. This would be a great final at Wembley. With all due respect to Sheffield, who've earned their place there, of course. Big kick on halfway, but it's right down the throat of Greg McNally. Took that with no pressure on the kick. I'm amazed at the intensity. 35 minutes in.
2 good teams though, 2 good teams, both looking fit, and a trip to Wembley at stake. Good shot.
Well, you're right, these should be 2 of the fitter teams in this division. Junior Sow wanted it, it's an awful pass, that's a brilliant little flick back. Great thinking, it's lost some 5 metres, but it could have been a lot worse. It was a poor pass.
He's just trying to do too much at dummy half, so he just needs to pass a second earlier, 2 seconds earlier. Doing a little bit too much for the conditions.
Liam Hood to Ridyard, slices the kick. Well, I thought that was going to be on the half volley, but he was well taken from Patrick Arvan, who I was going to say is fired up. He's fired up every match I've ever seen him play. If anything's going off, he's involved. Oh, and a knock on. And it's coughed up and the errors are starting to creep in now. This is a good opportunity. Full set from 40 away. Leon Price.
Been impressed with Katie so far. He's got through a ton of work. He's been really good this first stint.
We're going to set up down this left-hand side. The wingers hanging back. Thornley waits in case they run skinny side, and they will. Hood has got Thornley. It's an awful pass. He hung back, he read the play, and then, well, they made a right mess of it between them. So Hood again, back in field. They do well just to drive at the sticks for a couple here, I think. Well, it's the last tackle, so this is going to have to be a kick. Ridyard screaming for it at first receiver. Here he is, just a little bit behind him. Is he going to run it? He is. Briley into the line. There could be a chance on the far side. Again, they've gone for the kick, and the referee has pulled it back anyway and given the penalty against the Leigh Centurions.
Yeah, it was obstruction. The player ran behind his own player before he passed it, which was an obstruction. Good call from Ben Thaler. Really like the way that Ridyard took that ball to the line, though. He kept really square, stopped the Widnes defence from sliding. They had to mark him up, and then he put the ball at the back, which was real clever from the halfback. Real smart.
So this time it's the wand of a left boot from Craven into touch. And it'll be Widnes to get the piggyback up the pitch and have a full set of 6 underneath the floodlights on halfway. A big hit, really big hit, and
Batchelor.
They drive as well.
Shot from Batchelor. Thompson
I
joined
felt
him.
that up here.
Oh, and again, Jordan Thompson. Big impact off the bench from the former LFC boy. Leah fired up here. Loving this line speed.
Yeah, so quick. Harrison Hansen offloading to his skipper, and Dean will take the tackle. Held is the call. Oh, it's another kick through for Gelling to chase.
You could put him in touch here.
No, he dealt with that well, and he's gone to ground, but he is in touch.
Oh, give a penalty.
Well, he had a little glance up to see if the referee had called held or not.
He'd not called held though.
No, that's a strange one, that. He had a little glance up, and that's why he got up.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to be taking the voluntary tackle.
It looked like it said kind of play on to the ref.
Been some big hits though, Liam. Oh, that's a shot and a half, isn't it?
Big Jordy Thompson coming off the bench. Wanting to make an impact. That's what you want from your bench players. Good kick from Ridyard.
Galligan TV on Twitch asking how the hell is that a penalty? Thaler didn't call held, says Joe. Yeah, that's how we saw it, guys. But he's had a good game, I would say, Ben Thaler. Big fan of him as a referee. I feel he's one of the best around.
I'd say he's probably up there with the top 2 or 3 referees we've got, absolutely.
And he has handled this game well. Maybe you got that one wrong.
We all get things wrong.
Yeah.
Me more than anyone.
Liam Hood, another quick play the ball. Ridyard into the line.
He's running square at the line. Real nice play, going right to the line. Nice and square, well played.
Can either side find a try before
Big Jake Emmett comes on now. Big Jake Emmett. Former Toronto and Warrington Saints player.
Last tackle, so Hood gives it to Ridyard to kick. He's going to drill one low. It's a really nicely weighted
Great
kick as well. Arvan goes
he's got
back
it well done
and
from
has
Arvan.
done really well, Patrick Arvan.
Class there.
Read the danger, got himself back into the field of play. Otherwise, in rugby league, that's a drop out of course. It's another penalty.
It's just getting really sloppy at the moment, isn't it? Both teams need to sort the discipline out.
Rucho says Rob Hicks is the #1 English ref. I'm sure you'd have him in your top 2 or 3, would you?
Yeah, I like Rob Hicks. He referees well. I like Thaler though. Thaler, when he lets the game flow, he's a good referee.
He was on duty, Rob, over the well, it is the week. I was going to say over the weekend. It's still the weekend, isn't it? Let's not wish it away so far. Yesterday at the Challenge Cup, the Coral Challenge Cup semi-final day at Bolton. I was there for both games. Really enjoyed it. Although I was pretty shattered. We did a charity bike ride
Shot again
for the Steve Prescott Foundation. We were all a little bit weary, but it was a great day, as is this today. And another big drive. Luluai gets the ball away.
Fired up this Leigh. Good shot from Liam Hood. He's fired up.
Back inside.
And again.
35 away. McGrath Luluai spins out of a couple. Still a couple to go. There he goes again, the big fella. Luluai plays the ball. Craven hangs back, he's going to go high. He's hung one up underneath the post with the left boot. There's pressure as well. It's come back.
Play on.
Where's it going to bounce? He said knock on. There's Ben Thaler. Well, he's happy for a turnover and a play the ball there.
Rugby smarts there says just let him catch the ball, and as he catches it, tackle him back in goal. He's gone for the ball and knocked on, which gives him easy possession to get out of their own half now.
Paddy's asking what the atmosphere in the stadium is like. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Another penalty. It is. It's a really good atmosphere.
With the penalty given away while I was trying to go through your messages.
The problem is Leigh have not had to work to get out of their own half. They've got out of their half via a penalty every single time.
Another guy saying it a pity. This is actually a problem that rugby's having to deal with a lot, because there always is a gap or two. Someone saying that a shame that the camera is showing the errors of empty seats there are, but unless we shove the camera behind the post and you see an entirely different game completely, that's what we live with, I'm afraid. But rest assured, it's a really well supported game, and the crowd I've been very impressed with, and vocal.
Behind both sets of sticks is pretty much full, so
there you go. Have a look at that.
And the other side.
Now then, joining the line is Greg McNally. Well, someone's got a problem in back play, and the referee has seen it straight away. I think it's a head injury. There's the other side, so that's how rammed it is in here. Oh, and there's something else kicking off over on the far side as you were having a look at the attendance. Well, I think that's a little bit of handbag, something and nothing. Mark Craven in off his touch judge to make sure that was dealt with. There was someone, well, there's a player injured in back play.
I think it was Briley when he got the ball. I think it was taken off the ball as he passed it. Comes here for Jake Emmett.
Another look at this.
Goes out the back.
This is Briley now.
Nothing, yeah.
It's fine. It was McGrath Luluai.
Yeah.
His reputation may be preceding him a little bit there.
No, I think Briley knows what he's doing there. I think he knows he's not silly. Stayed down, won the penalty.
Well, there was no head injury.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing.
But that's what he stopped it for, the official. It was just anyway. Break in play. Something else to sort out here. They've been busy, haven't they, these guys?
Yeah. It's been boiling over all
Tell you, the sponsors on the back of the referee shirt are getting the money's worth today. So another lecture or two.
He can't keep lecturing. Surely he's got to pull the card out at some point, because this is getting.
Well, it's 4 times he's had the captains over. So at what point do you go on a warning and someone goes?
He might just like talking to him. He must think they're good blokes.
I just want to chat. Look, I'm enjoying the game, but I've got no one to share it with here.
Are you enjoying my refereeing?
Yeah. Who do you think should be ahead? 2-2. I mean, where are the tries, guys? It's the penalty and nothing more. There we are. He's saying it. Well, he's saying a shoulder in the tackle.
It was a second late. Probably worth the penalty, but not well won. Well won by Briley. Let's put it that way. Well won.
Jimmy saying Leigh and Widnes hate each other. Always have. You've played in some teams where go back to Bradford, Leeds. You guys hated each other, and that was in the heyday when Bradford were huge and Leeds were big, and that I remember going to those games.
Both teams were big, weren't they? Both teams at the time were big teams, and we didn't like each other. So
no, there was real hate. I remember that.
But it makes for a better game. Always does.
It does, yeah. And that's what we're seeing here.
Even when I played at Saints, we didn't like Leeds, and it makes for a better game.
Okay, you made your point. You just hate Leeds. Here goes Briley towards the line. This is a real opportunity for Leigh to get the first try of the game. Get up, says Ben Thaler. Are they going to go down the middle?
Jake Emmett with the ball.
Can he get the ball away? No, he was back to the try line, so he wasn't entirely sure where he was. That's why he thought against the offload. There could still be numbers from Ridgeard.
Great ball. Good tackle.
Can he get the ball away? No.
The winger jammed in there. Real
Last
good.
tackle. Oh, no.
Play on.
Oh, he made the wrong call there, didn't he, Liam Hood? He saw the referee say it's last, and I think he just had a rush of blood. Thought, we're near the line, I can see the whitewash. Well, we're in all the I was just about to say we're in stoppage time. Well, the hooter's done my job for me there. Movement from right to left from the scrub. Liam Hood is going to go left again.
Douglas has been impressive for me in this game. Played really well.
A series of very powerful little bursts.
Here's big Jake.
Jake Emmett again. Oh, it's through! Emmett! Barnstorming towards the post. And that's got the fans going. Can they finish something off here? Ridgeard into the line, thinks about the pass, and thinks better of it. McNally, who was waiting down the right side, he's now down the left-hand side. Cater to the line. He's pulling his back. It's the last tackle. There are options left. There are options right. Hood goes left. Ridyard spins. It's too short. And another chance goes begging.
Just not the conditions for that kind of ball. The hard to catch. And Ridyard knows. He'll be disappointed with that.
Well, so many of these opportunities. Surely they're going to have to start finishing them off soon. That was a great opportunity.
So if Widnes can get their own half here. Good carry.
Yeah, Widnes in their own territory. And Harrison Hansen has possession. Junior Sow is lying in the tackle.
There you go,
got himself out of the way.
There you go, working Brealey over down this left-hand side for Widnes.
Well, he's called time off. I think there's concern about a head injury.
Wilder.
Yeah. Sam Wild is on the floor. So a little bit of concern at the moment for Sam Wild, who's just looking a little bit groggy. And that's given an opportunity of a breather for both sets of players, and all the physio staff are on, taking this opportunity to do some walking or running repairs. They don't help the players though, these breaks sometimes.
No. Well, they help me get a breather. I'm tired.
Well, Frank and Ted on Twitch, Leon, asking you, well, the commentator that was a former coach, I wouldn't write you off as a coach just yet, but saying what would you have been saying in half time?
Yeah, just
in your coaching capacity. Oh, another lock on. Well, you'd have been saying try not to do that for a start. As McGrath Lulawai puts the ball down. Well, you kind of alluded to it, didn't you, at the end of the first half, what you would have been saying, discipline key, ball retention key.
Kick early.
They both started doing that.
Well, now they've started discipline out. They're giving themselves a chance to get in the grind. Kind of just strip it back to basics. Just go back to kind of NRL complete your sets rugby for me in this weather.
Just an apology to those following our coverage on the Hour League app. I think we lost you for 30 seconds or so. I'll blame the rain.
Hopefully we've got you back.
Yeah, I think you're back now. I have no idea technologically, so let's just blame the rain, shall we? Anyway, you've not missed anything, still 2 apiece. You actually won't have missed anything because we had a long break in play with a head injury. And here come Leigh with ball in hand, a very slippery ball in hand. Looking to complete a set, which they've had a few problems with in the last couple of moments. Liam Hood waiting, glancing left, darting right on his own, Hood, and then gives the ball away. He's taken well this time.
Great play, great support from
he wants a tackle. Referee says he's trying to buy it. Straight to the line.
Oh, good tackle.
Oh, massive hit. Bounces off it. Another quick play of the ball. This is a penalty. And an opportunity for 2.
Which I think they'll take.
Well, every single player is raising the 2 fingers, which will illustrate they want the 2 points rather than anything else. And that's how tight this game is. Leigh get an opportunity to nudge themselves ahead. Yes, they will take it. Normally, when a game is kind of level, or even if you're behind like this, you're in front of the sticks, you back yourself, don't you, to roll on. But I think in these conditions, with so much at stake, and at 2-2 after 48, you take the 2 points on offer.
Yeah, I think in conditions like this, 2 points kind of becomes 4. If they're on offer and they're easy, you always see in Challenge Cup finals, Grand Finals, Challenge Cup semi-finals, the really, really big games against 2 evenly matched teams, when you get a chance to take 2, most of the time you take it.
Well, that's what the penalty was for. Oh, well.
He's let that go most of the game, hasn't he?
Well, he let it go on the previous one.
Exactly, yeah.
And then he did it again and he gave him it. I think Harrison Hansen's been a little bit unfortunate there. I'm not sure there was a lot in that. Anyway, right in front of the sticks, so Ryan Briley doesn't miss these. This will be 2 from 2 from his ice white boots. Hammers it into the roof of the stand. And Leigh nudge ahead in the tightest of contests here at the Leigh Sports Village, 4-2 in the second semi-final of the AB Sundex 1895 Cup. And boy, it's tense.
Let's see if Leigh can complete the set here, really just work up the middle of the field and try and kick early. That's what they'll be looking to do. Widnes, on the other hand, need to stop Leigh from making yards and without giving a penalty away. That's the challenge for them this half. Great kick-off.
Oh, and he's had to take it. He's taken it well, actually, on his knees in these conditions. Half an hour to go. Half an hour from Wembley, one of these sides. And it's just the slenderest of margins as Leigh drive. That's a good drive.
Yet again, Douglas being on fire this game.
Hood with the quick play of the ball.
Jake Emmett again. Finds his front, plays it ball, marker down. Hood looking to run.
Oh, and a short inside pass as well, taken brilliantly. Oh, he wanted the second offload, thought better of it. So on the last, Ridyard goes high.
Spiral bomb.
It's a curler, it's a real test. Oh, Van's not going to get there.
It's the belter, he's dropped it.
Oh, the chase is good, and Junior Sowles trapped him in goal. Great kick, great chase. Oh, Van was never getting anywhere near that. And they've got themselves a dropout set of 6.
The spiral bomb from Ridyard. Horrible, horrible kick. In the wet, in the rain. Comes down. Van just never looked confident at taking that ball. Fantastic kick from Ridyard. He was never getting anywhere near it, but unfortunately for him, he touched it. Great tackle and chase from Samwin Higgins.
Well, these are the kind of moments that can change games. There's a player who has cramp after 50 minutes, I think, here.
I think he's buying his team a couple of seconds, to be honest with you. I think I've pulled that trick every single time at the back end of my career when I couldn't breathe.
Well, cramp after 51 minutes is quite something, but it has been intense. Taken on the bounce.
Here goes Big Jake.
Here's Emmett. Well, he kind of stuttered into that one, didn't he?
No, we're not happy with that one. Come on, Jake, run harder than that.
Hood. He's had a good game, apart from that little error start at the end of the first half, I beg your pardon.
He's had a better second half. He's just playing simpler. Briley
with the rubber kick through. I think Widnes will win the chase, and they're near enough to it to guide it behind. So another opportunity is gone.
It's the right options. That's the right option in these conditions. It's just a little bit the execution that needs sorting. Just a touch too heavy, but the right idea. They'll struggle getting it out of the half here. Douglas, big shot.
So yeah, swarming defence. And Leigh will look to keep Widnes down this end of the pitch. Just to be a full set of 6 up the middle, I think, and a kick here from Widnes. That's what Kieran Purtill, the coach, will be after. Jack Owens into the line. He's kicked there, 2 points so far. Harrison Hansen.
Great carry.
Wearing those metallic green and lime green boots.
Much better set here from Widnes.
McGrath Luluai darts through a half gap. Last tackle though. So what will Craven conjure? He's going to go high, I think. Yes, he is. With that one on the left boot. Right between the two. Great chap between the two.
Massive shot from Arvan. Huge.
Adam Hickson called for it. Arvan with a wallop of a hit.
Here we go now. Widnes all fired up. Looking to put some line speed on.
Great take, and then you just got to brace yourself when you got the steam train that is Patrick Arvan.
Just don't give a penalty away here. Don't give a penalty away. That's the key. Great offload from Hood.
And it's given them a bit of room to manoeuvre in the centre of the field.
One more tackle without giving a penalty away.
Up the middle come Leigh. Last tackle this. So Ridyard's going to go long. He's looked to put it between winger.
It's really poor. It's really poor from the back three.
Stand up.
Great kick from Ridyard. Poor positioning from the back three of Widnes. The 3 players back and it still found space and turned them around.
Yeah, excellently executed. And here's Ryan Ince, who's really bombed the best chance of a try of the game, hasn't he? Try line was begging in the right corner. How he didn't get over, I don't know.
Good carry from Gelling.
Gelling back on the field of play. A lot of questions about where he may or may not be playing his rugby league next year.
Warrington, I think, you reckon?
I've heard that he will be back in Super League.
Warrington?
And Warrington would be a good shout, Leon.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not revealing my sources, so you call,
I've got no source. I'm just on the gossip train.
Okay, well,
I'm just on the gossip train.
You might not be far off.
Oh, good dummy.
Great dummy from Craven.
ball.
Now then, Van is free on this near touchline. He's gone away
got
from it
inside.
Can
Johnson.
he take the pass? He has Johnson.
He kicks
He's gonna
it.
kick over to the far side.
Gelling's going to catch.
And Anthony Gelling.
And he'll score.
Brilliant try. And it's the man of the people, Anthony Gelling, who gets the fans on their feet. Great score from Widnes. First try of the game. It's Leigh 4, Widnes 6, with a kick to come, and that is sensational rugby league.
What a try. Fantastic skill from Craven. It looked like we were going to kick the ball and just shot and go. Took the line on, got the ball to Johnson, I think it was. What a kick, what a try. There we go.
From their own half.
Kieran Brand shows inside, goes right, goes to Johnston, who bobbles the ball, looks to his right, sees the space, a lovely, lovely nudge, and it's just on a plate there for Gelling. The man of the people will score in front of his own fans.
He enjoyed that, Anthony Gelling. He's missed that while he's been out injured. Back today, and back with a 4-pointer in front of the fans who adore him.
Just great rugby all around. That's inventive stuff from Craven. Looked like he was going to kick the ball on last tackle. Shot and goes, breaks the tackle, and then a fantastic kick from Johnson over to Gelling, who finished in front of his own fans. Good rugby, great rugby. This was bound to happen if both teams sorted out the discipline, and they have done this early doors. So fatigue setting in, mistakes will happen defensively, but great rugby there from Widnes. Fantastic. What a try.
Well, if we're only going to have one try, it might as well be one like that. 6-4 with this to come from the Vikings fullback Jack Owens. As you can see, around about 10 metres in from that far touchline to the wrong side for a right footer. The fans will tell us
it's over. The boy can kick. He's a good kicker. Here we go, look. Craven gets the ball, looks like he's going to kick, dummies the kick, goes through Brealey, gets the ball to Brand. Brand's still got a lot of work to do here, does real well, composed, comes off his left foot, inside to Johnston, who bobbles it, and then just stays really composed and puts an absolutely delicious kick on the plate for Gelling, who'll get over the line in front of his own fans for the 4-pointer.
Could not have kicked that any better, and suddenly it's Widnes for the first time in the lead in this second semi-final of the 1895 Cup. Sheffield already there, too strong earlier for Batley, so there'll be no trip to Wembley this time for Matty Diskin. And it's the Vikings fans you can hear now. Luluai into the line. That's put a spring in the step of those black and white jerseys. Last tackle.
Another set completed by Widnes. This is what the coach will have wanted at half-time. Craven now.
It's going to have to go long.
It's good. It's a straight down the middle. It's bad positioning again from the Leigh wingers and fullback. Very poor.
It's a good kick though.
It's a great kick.
Exploiting that gaping hole between winger and fullback.
The winger, the right side winger Higginson needs to come round rather than leaving so much space. He had the full field there to kick into, which is easy then for an halfback. Good carry, Mitch Clark. Gets on his front, runs out every time. Going to be a good player for Wigan.
Quick play of the ball as well.
Stephen Marsh, who was at Widnes for a number of years, is strong boy.
Over halfway goes Marsh. Hood back in field. Last tackle. So Hood will look for Briley, who finds Ridyard. Where's he going to go? He's going to go high. He's looking at Patrick Arvan again, and Junior Sal's all over him. Didn't make a great effort to get the ball.
It was a great offload as well.
He's done really well there, Patrick Arvan, and here come the Vikings again.
Widnes Vikings have improved significantly in this second half. They were quite poor in the discipline and a few of the weak areas at the back end of the field, but they've really, really smartened up this first 15 minutes. Really have.
There's a try scorer, Anthony Gelling from dummy half.
Widnes fans are buzzing now. They're bouncing.
Yeah, that's really added belief to Widnes as Hansen goes over halfway. Eventually grounded. Rover on the far right hand side. Last tackle. right on halfway, the Vikings. Good opportunity for Craven to put a bit of danger on the kick. He's put a
spiral bomb.
It's a real test. He's taken that brilliantly.
Well done from McNally, really good. Never let that ball bounce. Really brave from him as well. He could have let that ball bounce if he wanted to, but he didn't.
Sprinting backwards under his own post, stuck it on the full.
Great catch.
And the first try from Junior Sal.
Mitch Clark again.
Bounces off Gelling, but eventually grounded by the support from the Vikings. Marsh. He's seeing a lot of ball last few minutes. Hood scampers over to the left to play the ball on the Leigh 40. Another big drive.
Both teams playing a lot more composed, better rugby league football, getting to the last tackle and getting to the kick, which is what we want to see.
And that is the last tackle, that is the kick. It's Briley, it's skimmed away, but it's a poor kick. It's right at the fullback this time, or the winger I should say. Jack Owens, who was filling in at fullback. Leigh were after.
No, he's knocked on. He
has knocked on, and his own 20. The Vikings have coughed up possession, and a gift for Leigh.
And now the Leigh fans are firing up. This is what we want to see. Lee's favourite end is they love going from left to right, going to their own fans. They love it. They always choose to go that way in the second half if they can do. So let's see what they can come up with this attacking set.
Into the final quarter of this contest. A place at Wembley awaits against Sheffield on Cup final day. Ridyard.
Jordy Thompson
into the line. Partially through the line. McNally.
Jake Emmett's got through a ton of work since he's been on.
Here goes Emmett.
Been really good.
Charging towards the post, of which he is right in front.
They're going left.
15 away. Hood points left, goes left.
They need to attack here. They've had 3 set-up players. They need to attack. You can't set up too many times.
That was a big drive.
They're going to come right.
Mitch Clark.
Briley's out the back.
Right. Ridyard. Briley. McNally to the line.
Just couldn't get it away. He needed to pass that ball. He needed to pass.
Almost. Hood. Well, they're straightening up here. It's the last tackle. They're just to the right of the post, only 2 metres out. What will Hood do? He bullets the ball back to Ridyard, who's going to kick.
It's a great kick.
It's a great kick. Has he taken him out of the air?
No, he's given a knock on.
He's given a knock on. Well, I'd like to see that again. I don't think he was getting it, Marsh. I don't think he was taking it, but there was certainly some kind of collision.
It was a great kick. It's a good kick from Ridyard.
Have another look. Does he pull out?
I don't know.
I think he's involved in the tackle there, personally.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first.
Maybe he's got away with one, Ryan Ince there. He wasn't getting possession, Stephen Marsh, so maybe that's played in his favour.
Yeah, I think that's what he's giving it for, because he thinks he was dropping the ball, but the rules are the rules. But there we go.
Yeah, he still appeared to be involved in the tackle, which he shouldn't have been with the player in the air. Not safe. Harrison Hansen. What a game this has been. Leigh 4, Widnes 8. Into the last 20 minutes or so. It's our league from the Rugby Football League, streaming live this afternoon on Twitch as well, which I have to admit, being a bit of a granddad to technology. Had to download, didn't really know what it was. I'm loving it. It's great.
Well, I've never heard of Twitch.
It's great. Get it downloaded, Leon.
I'll get it on after this. I will do.
A few messages for you actually, so you might want to download it.
Am I getting abused as usual?
A little bit.
Yeah, what to say?
A little bit. Nothing worse than the abuse that I used to give you when I came to watch you at Oxford.
Okay, that's not good then, is it, really?
It's still on a knife edge, this one. Leigh 4, Widnes 8. No, I think they're just arguing with each other, Leon. I won't worry about it.
Okay.
They were calling you a former coach. I'm saying you're not a former coach. You're a current coach, really. You're saying you're also a commentator, otherwise we wouldn't be hearing you.
Right, okay. I won't download it then, I don't think.
I'll let you know when it's safe. Leigh have possession. 63 and a bit gone. Leigh 4, Widnes 8, just the one try. Anthony Gelling.
Good carry from Thornley.
Here he goes, Thornley running down the middle with speed and strength. Towards halfway. Hood goes on his own and gives it to Joe Cater. Another big drive from the young man. Hood to Mitch Clark, who had a 10-minute spell in the sin bin earlier on. If you missed the opening exchanges, both Jordan Johnston and Mitch Clark have had 10, and we've had a few of them as well. So the high fives are from the Widnes Vikings.
And it's Widnes now who are probably playing the more confident rugby with Leigh now looking to try and get over that try line of it adds pressure to you, and when you're in the wet you start doing things you wouldn't normally do, and you start making up and you start chasing the scoreboard, which, you know, I've been there many a times as a player. It can be really, really difficult. One error turns into 2, turns into 3, and by the time you know it, you've not got much time left. So just try and stay composed, try not to panic and overplay.
So Widnes ball on their own 30-metre line. Can't keep your eyes off that.
No, well,
chat room on Twitch now, can you?
Now you're telling me I'm getting abused. I'm worrying a little bit. I definitely won't be downloading it now. Here we go, Widnes anyway with the ball.
Yeah, and they... Craven through the gap. No, great tackle.
He's the danger man.
They've run it again, Widnes. So last tackle.
Great kick again from
goes
Craven.
High. Arvan jumped, he was never getting it.
Arvan's knocked on.
Well, he's given a drop out here.
Wow.
Leigh are going to have to drop out, and the Widnes Viking fans love that. Let's have another look, Leon.
I'm sure that came off Arvan, I'm sure of it.
Well, he was in touch, hence the drop out. We didn't quite see what's happened with Patrick Arvan. Maybe we'll come back to that. In the meantime, Leigh Centurions are going to drop out. Oh, they've just drilled a little stabber of a kick. That's not the best football control.
Big Dan Norman, here he goes, the big fella. Boom! Let's see what Widnes have got here now. Let's try and show some composure.
They'll be thinking 15 to go. We score again. We're almost there.
Yeah, we just need to look to try and get this ball in goal. If they don't score a try, put the ball in goal. That's the next best thing. Great ball out the back, Craven.
Oh, it's a great line as well, and he's through. Look at the toes!
He's done it!
Oh, yes, he can!
What a try!
Jack Owens with the blistering toes! And is that the score that sends the Vikings to Wembley?
Widnes are going mad. The fans are going crazy. What a try! What a fantastic ball. Back on the inside to Owens. I'm sure a clean pair of heels. The Widnes fans are going balmy.
Two terrific scores from the Widnes Vikings. Brilliant team move for the first. That was for a ball and a finish.
For me, that was just as good. Fantastic try. Set up on the left hand side. Johnston looks for Walker. Walker goes to the line. Fires it out back. Craven, dummy drop off, and then ball back inside to Jack Owens, who shows a great bit of speed. Does McNally on the outside, finishes in the corner. Fantastic try. Great skill, well worked. Fantastic play.
12 points to 4 with 12 to go.
For me, Widnes should win the game from here. Very, very difficult for Leigh to get back in this game here now.
They have an opportunity to tag on an extra 2. It's as tough as they come, really, for the right footer on this near touch line.
I just thought that was a really, really well worked try. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, this was the bit that you were wondering whether it should have been a dropout.
Well, I thought Arvan touched this ball.
No, it comes off the shoulder, I think, of Adam Higson.
It's well played for Taylor.
He's got it spot on.
I was wrong yet again.
Arvan was never going up really to get the ball. He was just trying to make a nuisance of himself, wasn't he?
Yeah, come off his shoulder.
Anyway, can it be a 6-point try to convert his own score? Oh,
he's pulled it.
He's made a mess of that, but he won't care because he's got the try and he's got his side 12-4 ahead. And let's have another look at that try.
It's just lovely, just a lovely dummy drop off and then a reverse ball inside, which catches out Jake Emmett, who's just tries to make a tackle, but then he's still got a lot of work to do. Does McNally on the outside, beautiful sliding dive into the corner. What a try.
Well, the Viking fans absolutely loving this, and it's well, there's still time, but it's approaching now or never time, isn't it, for the home side?
It is, and that's a high tackle.
That's not going to help at all. Look at the body language. Leigh looking weary. The Vikings are bouncing, okay, a couple of Centurions getting involved, that's not going to help. Adamson's in there, a couple of the other big fellas in there, Clark.
Jake Hammer, he's going to get himself put in the bin there. He's getting too fired up, the big boy. Just calm down. Realise you end up in the bin. Bit of frustration here from Leigh.
So 10 to go, or there or thereabouts, probably be a little bit more. Time back on. Craven, has he? Oh, he's only just made touch.
Great kick. Great kick.
Patrick Alavan runs and picks up the ball, and Widnes playing with their tails up here. You're going to call man of the match, by the way, in 5 minutes, Leon, so you might want to start thinking about that.
I was just thinking about it. I don't know who I'm going to call.
Normally I work with Andrew Henderson, who basically just names every single player on the pitch, just so that if anyone complains, he can say, well, I did mention him as well. Forward pass. Leigh will get the ball back. There is time, but they need to get something going, because they've not been in this second half, have they, really?
No, they've not been in it at all. And like you say, there is time, but with the conditions as they are, it just makes it so much more difficult to score them tries. So, really well done from Widnes with the two fantastically worked tries. I mean, really, really well worked tries. Straight off the great training ground, that second one. Thornley
with a powerful drive.
He's a big boy.
I look at Ian Thornley and think I see a second rower, really.
Yeah, he's a big boy, isn't he? He'll probably go on the back end of his career, as they all do.
Yeah. Liam Hood on halfway. Leigh need to find something here.
Something outside the box. Something they need to go for an offload, a chip over the top. I don't know, an old-fashioned run around. I don't know. They need something a little bit different.
Well, they need to do. Look at how Widnes has scored their two tries.
Here we go, Douglas
something
out the back.
Different. Junior Sow wanted that ball. It was played past him. McNally into the line. Just doesn't look. Oh, that'll help.
Penalty.
That's
Brand.
poor.
Brand just in there for too long.
From Keenan Brand.
So we just need. This is where they need to try it. This is where they need to try it now.
So Briley will just put straight into touch, and his side will set up with a full set.
Come on.
20 away. Hood.
We want a grandstand finish here. Come on.
Right in front of the sticks with Liam Hood, the dummy half. A shade to the right of those posts. And they're going to run to the left-hand side. Ridyard to the left.
Great ball!
Ridyard.
Oh, he's dropped it!
Thornley has dropped it with the try line begging.
Ridyard had done so well. Short lead on the defender. The defender had come past the ball. Let's have a look at it. Ball out the back from Douglas. Ridyard runs across field, goes right to the line. Gelling comes out of the line. And he's just a one-on-one. He's so big and strong. If he catches it, he scores.
Is he carrying it in his wrong arm? Is that the problem?
You've just got to catch that. You've got to catch that as a player. But we all make mistakes. Just a costly one is that one for me.
Quite a few on Twitch saying Craven for man of the match. Rucho saying Craven. Silver Ninja saying Craven. Hannah Lou saying Craven. Widnes RL themselves saying Craven. Jakey saying Craven. No pressure, Leo. You can pick anyone you like.
I'm going to pick somebody different than her. just so I'm hated a little bit more by people of Twitch.
We are on our league and on the Twitch app today.
I thought the first half, I thought Cater was really, really good for Leigh. I think Douglas has been really, really good for Leigh. Really, really good. And I think the whole pack for Widnes really have all. The first half Widnes were poor. The second half they've been much, much better. And like you say, everything that's come good through Widnes has come through Craven. His kicking game's been fantastic.
A couple of shouts for Johnson, one for Paddy R. Van. From Ollie Maddock. We can have another couple of sets, Leon, before we get your choice off you anyway.
No problem.
Here come Leon. Leon? Leigh. Yeah, it's not Widnes against Leon. With Leigh Price in the commentary box. Leigh have possession. Junior Sow says, I'll have a piece of this. Get out of the way, sunshine. Oh, they're trying to buy a penalty for the piggyback up the pitch. Referee Benthale are having none of it. Junior Sow goes nowhere. They're looking a bit tired here, Leigh. Oh, they are going to get it this time. Well, they asked for it twice, didn't get it the first time, get it the second. But they're going to have to score soon. 6 minutes left.
Someone's put Leon Price for MOM. Fantastic. What do you reckon, George?
That was a memory of your family, I think.
My wife. No, it won't be my wife. She don't like me either.
Leon Price, a secret witness fan, says something. Says King Radox from his bath. Liam Hood. Here come Leigh. There's rugby left in this. Let's get our eyes back on it. 4-12 of the scoreline. Plenty of time. A try now sets up the grandstand finish. Right in front of the sticks come the Centurions, attacking their own fans who have gone quiet. That'll be nerves. Hood underneath the post to the right hand side. Briley going to run it. Great ball, Briley. Oh, it's a hand in. It's got it to touch, so they get the ball back, but that was a try saver.
Yeah, it was kind of in no man's land there, Arvan. He had to do that, otherwise it was definitely a try. Well played from Arvan. Let's see what Leigh have got here now. They need this try.
Yeah, I said
around about 5 or 6 minutes, 5, 6, 7 minutes left.
I said it was approaching now on overtime, Leon. I think we're in that territory now.
Yeah, we are now.
Especially given where they are, right in front of the sticks with this set of 6 to come. And they've gone right for the base of the scrum to the left-hand side. Half a gap. And as soon as it opens, it's shut. Marsh to Thornley. Thornley straightening up, running at the line. 5 away to the left of the post with Liam Hood. Going to come back to Ridyard. Ridyard back inside. The Leigh fans behind those posts trying to suck the ball down over the line. Hood. Oh, it's a slip, so it could work for Marsh here. The winder centre has slipped and Marsh picked up the ball. It was behind him, and that's why the chance went begging, but they still have possession with a couple of tackles to go.
Great carry.
They'll just straighten up and drive. This is the last. So Briley and Ridyard will hang back. It's Ridyard to run it to Briley. Briley with the ball. Oh, it's another hand. Surely he'll score this time.
She's got to finish.
He will score this time. And we do have the finish. Hickson goes over. And Leigh are alive.
So we've been looking for. Witness are jamming in off this left wing really hard. This time they couldn't stop it. Great play from Ridyard, who's been probably Leigh's best attacking player by far. Really skillful, drifting across the line. Finds its way out to Hickson, who finishes well in the corner.
Well, they look so dangerous linking up, don't they, in the 2 and a half.
Fifth last tackle, I think the kick's coming, he runs across. Nice little bit of play to Briley, who goes nice and square, ball out the back. Arvan again looking for that intercept, but couldn't quite get there. Step off the right foot, finish in the corner, grandstand finish, here we go.
Great composure to finish. Had to step inside too. Kick to come, then we'll have your man of the match. It's a 4-point game, so this could be a biggie. The pressure is on Briley. He struck it well, but he's missed it.
He's pulled it.
He has pulled it to the left of the post. So what could have been a 2-point game, what could have been a penalty, what could have been one kick, now they're going to have to score another try. There's the try, Briley McNally. Arvan went for what Arvan does, the intercept and the finish.
Good finish from Hickson. Nice little right foot step. And
So,
here we go.
Here we go, grandstand finish. Your Our League man of the match, Leon Price.
I think he's coming up with the big plays at the big moments. I'm going to go for Danny Craven.
I wonder where you got that idea from. So the Widnes Vikings number 6, Danny Craven is Leon Price's Our League man of the match. Is there a sting in the tail of this one? The Centurions will hope so. Clock winding down inside the last couple of minutes. Anyone streaming via Twitch who doesn't watch rugby league, a try is 4, the difference is 4.
He's gone for a 40-20.
He's going 40-20, he's gone early, he's not going to reach. It's skimmed in field, so they're going to have to force the error now. They will get the ball back again, so they don't need to do anything silly. There's your Our League man of the match, Danny Craven. So there will be a little bit longer with the stoppages on our match clock just rolls on through the game. So there is time for Leigh. Arvan.
Shots, great tackle.
And suddenly the Widnes fans have gone quiet. They thought they were there, maybe they're not. Last tackle, they're still in their own half, Widnes. Craven will get the left footer away, just
Great
drills
kick.
low. How's the bounce? Oh, great football control by McNally. He stopped it dead. Oh, he thought
shot
about the
from
offload to Marsh.
This is going to be a good finish now. Leigh needs to get behind the ball, set up a play again. They need to play here. You can't just drive the ball one out. Try and get to around about the 40 metre mark and let's put a play on. See what you've got.
A brilliant match has the finish that it deserved. Live on our league and Twitch from the Rugby Football League. One of these sides is going to Wembley and they'll know in just a few minutes who's going to be playing Sheffield at the iconic stadium in London. Hyam back on. It's the last tackle. They're 30 away in front of the post. What will Ridyard do? He has ball in hand.
He's going to run it.
He's going to run it and finds McNally. McNally to the line. Grubber kick in. Gathered back by Widnes.
This is good. This is a big set now. This is a massive set. No penalties here for Leigh. Widnes will struggle to get out of their half here if Leigh aim up like they have been doing all game.
Jay Turner on Twitter, on Twitch, I beg your pardon, can't take it anymore, says someone hand me a beer. I might have one myself after this. But who's going to be toasting a trip to Wembley? Big shot by Junior Sau. The crowd loved that.
He's rattled him. He's done it.
Or he's staying down. Is he injured or is this a Leon Price staying down?
No, I'd stay down. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really do him any favours. The clock stops anyway. It gives Leigh time to get back and to have a rest. So in this situation, it's probably better to get up and play the ball. So he must be hurt. But yeah, I would have been having a rest there, Georgie. And you'd have been shouting at me and swearing at me like rest of your Leeds fans. And your dad calling me a thug as well. He'd have been there shouting Leon Price the thug.
My dad did send me a message during commentary saying how good Leon was. Not like he was as a player or something along those lines.
I'm used to it. It's okay. I can take it, George. Keep them coming, especially a few Leeds lot.
Yeah, he means it in nothing other than respect, Leon.
All good. We're all good.
He's a good man, my dad. So, is there a twist in this tale? Leigh 8, Widnes 12.
Grandstand finish. Here we go. Come on.
Next try gets you to Wembley. Last tackle, look where they are inside their own 20.
And Leigh going to
he's kicked right down the throat of McNally, who had a head of steam.
Here we go, Leigh going to get one more good set at least. One more set, we're not...
And they're going to have a set from just over halfway. Hyam with the play the ball, Thornley into the line.
Ridyard marshalling his troops, he'll be looking at him to get him to the right area in the field and set up a play. Here we go, keep your eyes on Ridyard, he's the main man.
It's going to be Ridyard or Briley if there's going to be a score, and the two combine, and McNally joining in, and Junior Sau now shakes off a tackle for Widnes Vikings, stopping his tracks on the 20. Leigh attacking their own fans here, knowing a try.
They're going to attack left again, and they go to
Could
Ridyard.
Steal the game. Briley.
Ridyard's the man, he'll set it up. That's who he'll go to.
Hyam, the dummy half, looks right, looks left, goes right. Briley, dancing toes from Ryan Briley. Last tackle, 10 away, right to the post.
I think they're going to run it. I think the J. Kemmett's going to get out of the back there, they're going to run it.
Here they go. Cater. Ridyard kicked. It's knocked back off Gallagher. He's had a knock on.
Yes.
Widnes have knocked on their own line. My word.
I'm getting nervous here myself.
It came back off Gelling's knee and then his teammate knocked on.
What a finish. What a finish to this game.
Well, this is it.
This is it. This is the last chance, I think. This is the last chance, I'd say, for Leigh. This is fun. This is exciting. Here we go.
Well, this is the best game I've commentated on this season. And I still don't know who's going to win it. Hyam. Here we go. Briley. Junior Sau. Still going. Right in front of the post.
He's knocked on.
Oh, Liam knocked on. And Widnes celebrates. Junior Sau stays down on his knees.
He tried to play the ball too quickly.
An error that has cost his side the match. Oh, my word.
He come back on a corners play. It's really strong, really good leg drive after contact, but just tried to play the ball too fast, and he's fallen over. He just needs to find his feet.
Well, great refereeing, ballsy refereeing from Ben.
Yeah, we're the right call.
Right in front of the Leigh fans.
Yeah, it was the right call, in all fairness.
So that looks like it's that.
5 really, really slow, tired, carries now, I would have thought. Play the ball really, really slowly, but Gelling's got other ideas.
Big hit on Gelling.
He's got other
bounces
ideas.
out of it.
The man of the people.
Well, he's in no rush to get up, is he?
There you go.
He bounced out of it, but he's holding his left wrist. I think he's all right. Johnson. Widnes fans wanting the final whistle from Ben Thaler here. Widnes are heading for Wembley. Craven puts a really good kick through. He's turned. Oh, look at that! That's a perfect kick, and that'll do it. Wonderful finish from the man of the match. And Leigh will have to go up the field, the length of the pitch in the blink of an eye.
Fantastic kick from Craven. He's been fantastic all game. He's got such a lovely little touch on his left foot kicking game. And that time showed it again, inch perfect kick, just when the team needs it, put into touch. And this for me is the last set of the game, I would have thought.
Well, the referee getting the scrum down. Widnes were looking to break away. Here's Junior Sow, who's going to have nightmares about that error. Oh, he is going to feel awful tonight. Hyam. They've got to go for it. They have to run it. They might even have to kick and run. Thornley.
Can't be long left. Play.
Ridyard running into the line. Brierley.
Batchelor. Oh, he's got the ball back.
One-on-one ball steal.
No,
Widnes have the
he tried to
ball.
offload it straight to the hands of Craven. He was waiting. It will now take even longer to play the ball. There you go.
And there's the hooter. Widnes are off to Wembley, and look what it means to them. They sprint to their fans and celebrate with their fans.
Wow.
It's the Vikings Day in Leigh. A special, special moment.
Wow.
And listen to that noise. Leon
Jeez.
Price.
Well, fantastic. I just think Widnes came out much more professional in the second half. They sorted the discipline out. They completed the sets. And the tries that they scored, for me, deserved to win the game. The tries were well-worked tries. First one off the cuff, advantageous, kick over to the corner. Second one, fantastically well-worked try straight off the training field. So, for me, they just edged it. But what a game, fantastic game.
Well, there's been a lot of discussion about this competition, the merits of it. Well, look what it means to the players. Both sets, the Widnes Vikings players are in the crowd with their fans, and the Leigh players are on the pitch as if they've been beaten in the final.
It means so much to everybody. Getting to Wembley is a dream for any player that starts this game, and you can just see how much it means to the players, to the fans. The Leigh boys are out on the feet, they're distraught. And
there are tears with the Widnes players as well. I'm looking at Harrison Hansen, who probably thought Wembley was something he would never experience again.
Yeah, well, that's the same. For some players, they've never even had a chance to get anywhere near Wembley. So, you know, for a club like Widnes, who've been through such a tough time over the last 12, 18 months, really, really pleasing that their fans can, you know, have that big day out after such poor times of late. So, yeah, really well done to them.
Well, the two coaches on the pitch as well. I can see Hep Cahill, who is injured. He'll, of course, be back. Widnes will be even stronger for the final because they'll have the talisman back, Hep Cahill. Kieran Purtill, who's had, well, what a job he's got at Widnes. And this is a moment that he can finally savour some of the good stuff.
Yeah, like I said, he's just going through them tough times that make these times so much better. He deserved win. They just, that first 15-20 minutes of the second half, they came out far more disciplined, stuck to a game plan, and the players that they've been working on in training came off for him. So it was just that 10-15 minute period that did the damage.
Well, we'll look back in a minute at some of the action and the tries. The tries. We'll have a look at the tries that won it second half, but just a word on that second half performance from Widnes. It was a really well contested first half, bruising encounter, but the Vikings second half were terrific.
Yeah, and I think Leigh for me were the far better team in the first half, but probably couldn't convert that into points, and that really is where it cost them, because in the second half, once Kieran Purtill got hold of them in the dressing rooms, talked to them about the discipline, talked about the kicking game, and smartening their performance up. They were a different team altogether, and they came out here and scored 2 tries and really put too much pressure on Leigh in the end for them to come back.
Well, they're going to be out there celebrating for quite a while.
It could have been a different game if Junior Sow doesn't drop that ball. They were on there for a grand slam finish, but I think overall in the end up, I think Widnes probably just edged it. There was nothing in that game, was there? Nothing in
and
it.
Widnes versus Sheffield, do you make Widnes favourites going into that final?
Probably on recent form, yeah, I would say so, probably.
What kind of game will that be? How different to what we've seen today?
I'm not too sure, but one thing is for sure, both sets of players will absolutely love the occasion. The fans going down there for Wembley weekend, playing on Wembley, the hallowed turf of Wembley. I mean, that's, for me as a player, that's why you start playing. It's the games you first started watching, is them massive occasions at Wembley. So to get that chance is amazing, and I'm sure both sets of fans and players will enjoy the day out.
Look at those scenes over to our left-hand side. This is after a semi-final of the 1895 Cup. Even Leon Price is bouncing up here on the commentary.
I like it. It's good. This is what you play the game for. To go to Wembley, man. Wicked.
Well, it's been a brilliant game. Let's show you some of the key moments of this contest. It was 2-2 at half-time, and it was a brilliant first half. And the tries came, Leon, after half-time, and they were all absolutely brilliant
try. Yeah, Dummy, Sean goal on the 5th and last tackle. Thought the kick would come in. Great offload. Brand goes, and he's got a lot of work to do here, but a great ball back inside to Johnston, who still has a lot of work to do, and it's an inch perfect kick. It's absolutely on the plate for the man of the people who dives over in the corner. Great finish.
Anthony Gelling on his comeback from injury. That was the try that nudged Widnes ahead, and this was the try that took them to Wembley. I beg your pardon, this is another replay of that. That was
It's just great, inventive, off-the-cuff rugby. And like I say, Brand has got a lot of work to do from here, but he stays composed. Great ball inside to Johnston with a little bit of a juggle, and this kick is outstanding. It's just inch perfect. Gelling all he's got to do is catch it and scores. Catch
and run and score. So Widnes ahead. They knew another score would probably seal their place at Wembley, and they came up with this.
Yeah, and I love this player. It's out the back, it's a dummy drop off and a switch back inside, and just catches Jake Emmett napping. But he's still got a lot of work to do when he finishes there. Owens in the corner, does McNally on the outside, and that won him the game in the end.
And that was when the celebrations really started. The celebrations that are ongoing.
It reminded me like of a football game. The way the Widnes fans were fantastic. They were going balmy.
But the first try was just, let's just run with it, see what happens. This was a great set play.
This is something that Kieran Purtell and the players will have been working on 2, 3, 4 times a week in training. Get to a point, play the little play out the back and a dummy drop off, switch back on the inside, and then Owens has still got a lot of work to do there. Showed some good toe and a great little dive in the corner.
Should McNally do better there? Or?
No, that's difficult there.
Leigh got themselves back in it. Well, just when we were writing them off, they had to score. Well, that was Thornley's.
That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I just think if he's carrying in his left hand there, he scores because he can defend with the right.
Yeah.
Now that was Patrick Arvan a couple of times, jumping out into the line.
If you come in like that, you've got to affect it. You've got to touch the ball. If you come in that far in, you've got to either catch the ball or knock it away. Otherwise, it's a try.
But he tried it a second time and didn't get us lucky.
Yeah, and it's a great ball for Brayley out the back to McNally, and he's looking to intercept the ball or touch it, but can't come up with the same play. And it's a great finish from Hickson.
And that set us up for a grandstand finish. This is another look at it. Van just thinking, it worked last time, let's have another go.
Well, this time we got it wrong, and that leads to a try.
Well, the difference was he was further in field there, so it couldn't bounce out into touch. And this is the moment where the knock-on by Widnes on their own line gave Leigh this opportunity to win the match and go to Wembley. Junior Sow, all he has to do is get up, play the ball. He doesn't. Knock on, game over. Oh my word.
It's a big moment.
What a game. And Widnes, well, the players are still out there. I can see Anthony Gelling talking to some members of, I think that's the club's own media over there. Some of the other players going in. And, well, Leigh have long gone. They'll be distraught in that dressing room. But Widnes just want to enjoy this moment with their fans. Look at that photo. Well, that's why we were watching the tries back. This is what Widnes were doing. And these are the moments you live for as a player. You go through such turmoil, such ups and downs, and then you get something like this. You've got to savour it, right?
Yeah, and as well as these boys have obviously, you remember, they've gone through administration, which has been really difficult for most of them. I think last week 2 weeks ago, they was told that they weren't going to be full time next year, which is another kick in the teeth. So, you know, to have so many downs and knockbacks, but to keep on going and then to get yourself to Wembley, it makes everything worth it. You know, from a really difficult season, starting on minus 12 points at the start of the season. Going through the administration and then to get to Wembley is a massive well done to Kieran Purtle and to all the Widnes fans.
So there we go. Brilliant day for Danny Craven, a man of the match performance, leading the Widnes Vikings to Wembley. 12-8 they've beaten Leigh Centurions. So Widnes go to Wembley on Cup final day, same day as the Coral Challenge Cup final, for the final of the AB Sundex 1895 Cup. It's Widnes against Sheffield. And Leon Price, it's been a pleasure working with you. I've loved working with you. I hated watching you as a player.
Yeah,
Loved working with you.
You
today.
hated me.
As a player, yeah, absolutely.
But we're friends now, aren't we? Now I'm retired.
Yeah, we've had a good day.
We've had a good day, great game.
Made a friend today and enjoyed a really blockbusting game of rugby league. So from Leon, from myself, George Riley, from the RFL Our League and Twitch team, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage, and we'll see you next time.